guys, I'm back with lesson 3 today, so Wednesday's lesson. Yesterday you should have started writing your middle and you should have edited your beginning. So today we're learning to write by selecting appropriate grammar and vocabulary. Now today's a really simple lesson, okay? So let's talk through what you need to do. You will have more time to continue the middle section of your story. That is the first thing that you need to do today. That middle section where Peter goes into his daydream and he talks about what he does with the object and what happens with it. That needs to be finished today, okay? Make sure you leave some time for editing at the end though. I suggest try and leave maybe 15 minutes for editing so that you can do it really thoroughly. Now, with your writing, remember, make sure to use your plan. Look back at that. Make sure to use all of the grammar resources that we've given you, and there are some on this flip chart as well, so you'll be able to look at those. And make sure that it links and it flows, it's cohesive. Okay, so reading it over and over when you're editing will really help you to hear whether it does or not. Okay, now you've got this on your documents again, so on the flip chart. Now again, I'm not going to read this out to you, but what this is, just as a reminder, is the middle part of the vanishing cream. So it's the middle section. So this looks like a lot of writing. You do not have to write this much. Some of you might want to. Fantastic. Some of you might just want to have maybe 2 paragraphs for your middle, and that is okay. You decide your level of challenge. All right? We trust you to do that completely. But I would suggest you have a read through this. You have a look at how the different paragraphs are broken down, which is over here for you, these bits. And see if you can link that to your narrative. Can you make it similar? Can you do a similar thing in the paragraphs as they have done here? It just might help you with your structure and to make your writing flow, okay? And then the next slide is the same in yesterday's. It's just got the different grammatical features that you might use in your writing. So those fronted verbials, the dialogue, the expanded noun phrases, parenthesis, that kind of thing. It's just got some examples in there for you and it picks them out. So you might want to have a look at that as well. Okay? So that should be your first task. So going through, finishing off your writing, making sure that middle section is written, completely finished. Then, reminder, you've got these bits here, so things on relative clauses, adverbials of time. You've got your success criteria as a reminder of the sort of things you want to get in there. Expanded noun phrase examples and how to make those. How to write direct speech, because we definitely want dialogue in there, don't we? We want Peter to be speaking out loud, and so to have those inverted commas to indicate that to the reader. Dashes for your parenthesis. You've got subordinating and coordinating conjunctions. Now a lot of these you will just use because that's how you write. You put conjunctions in. But if there's any that you're unsure of, so it might be that you're unsure of how to punctuate your direct speech, you've forgotten that, there we go. Have a look and it will explain it to you. Okay? Just we've got those bits there to help you if you need it. Okay. And then the last bit that you need to do, edit, edit, edit. So this is the same as the last editing page that we showed you, so I'll just talk you through it. Read through your work as you did before. This time we're going to focus on the middle. You should have done the beginning already, that should be edited. Just focus in on that middle section that you've just finished. Does it make sense? Try reading it to someone else or get someone else to read it to you. Listen to, if someone else reads it to you, listen to it as if it's fresh to your ears and you haven't written it yourself. Does it read correctly? Does it flow? Is there something in there that stands out and you think, oh, that doesn't sound very, it doesn't fit? Maybe you should change that bit, okay? Or it might be that you listen to it and think, oh, that was a really good link there. Try and hear the good bits too. That's really important. Okay, edit part 1. Remove anything you don't need. Anything that's not important, okay? Get rid of it. But add anything that you think you do need that you don't have. So you might need to give some additional information about the ruler, if that was your object. Maybe you haven't described it. Can you get that in there? Edit part 2. Use your success criteria and your support sheets. So those ones that I've just shown you on the flip chart, and there's another grammar sheet in your documents as well. Use that to help you and see whether you've got these things in there. Remember, only tick them off if you have done them. If you haven't, don't panic, but maybe you could pick one to focus on in your ending. If you haven't got, what have we got here? Maybe you haven't got a relative clause in there yet. If you haven't, then maybe that could be a focus for when you're writing your ending. Can you get a relative clause, at least one, into that ending part? Okay, so try and use it to help you with what you're going to do next as well. Number 4, read it again and again and again throughout the editing process to ensure it flows. Really important. The more you read it, the better understanding you'll have of your writing. And again, see if someone else can read it for you too. Because sometimes it's easier for someone else to spot it in your writing rather than you spot your own mistakes. Okay? Right. Now, tick off on your success criteria all the parts that you have achieved so far. There'll be some bits that you haven't yet. So for instance, your ending is on here. You won't be able to tick that off because you haven't written it yet. But you might be able to do speech punctuation, fronted verbials, conjunctions, and expanded noun phrases. And you might not have done relative clauses or parenthesis. Maybe you haven't done those. So I'd be thinking, okay, I'm going to try and get those in my ending. All right? Take another look at the support sheets and have a go. Remember, put a star by the one, that one, so that your teacher knows you're not 100% sure. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that's putting it next to one if you're not sure if you've used it or not. Okay, I think that's everything for today. So I'm going to go with my tambourine and go and do another video. So I'm going to do your reading video now for one of the chapters for the class read. All right, I hope that you're understanding what to do with the English. We cannot wait to read the sorts of things you're coming up with. Really excited to see them. And I'll see you for tomorrow's English. All right, guys, thanks a lot. See you later. Bye.